Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we're looking at verb forms. So we're going to look at the forms of the verb. So the first form that we're looking at is fa'ala. That's the standard past tense verb, the three-letter past tense verb that most verbs come under. So this will, almost the people who are studying Arabic will know this type of verb. For example, ذهب, خرج, درس, these type of verbs. So the standard is the fa'ala pattern, and you have variations of that. Yeah, fahima, yeah, fa'ila, kathura, fa'ula. But there's that three-letter verb pattern, so it doesn't really have a set standard pattern for them. But that, inshallah, we can look at some of those in the future. Now we're going to go into those that are on a different pattern to the three-letter verb pattern. So we look at the second group. So the fa'ala is the first group. When we're looking at in a dictionary, they might say group one to the English dictionary. And the second group is the fa'ala. So if you notice here, the ain of the verb, the second particle, is doubled. The fa'ala, the present tense is what? Yufa'ilu. And the master is what? Tafa'il. Tafa'il. Yeah. So example of this is will be what? For example, علم يعلم تعليم, which means to teach. Yeah. So, or it will be, for example, let's think of another example. Let's see. سلم يسلم تسليم. For example, yeah. So these are. So what is the meaning of this pattern? Second pattern. The meaning is carry out action to someone or something. So, for example, we said alima ya'lamu means to know something. Wa allama yu'allimu is to teach someone something. So you carry out action to someone, meaning teaching someone something or to something else. Yeah. So it is muta'addi, meaning it has a maful bihi. It has a receiver of the action, which has a fatta. So, for example, we say علمت الطالب توحيد. For example, I taught the student توحيد, for example. Yeah. So that is that. So doing something intensively as well or repeatedly. So for example, kasara yaksiru means to break something. But I say kasartu al kuba, it means I smashed the cup. Or qatala al jundiyu, yeah, al rajula, the soldier killed the man. Or we said قتل الجند قتل الجندي الجيش. He massacred or killed. So with the doubling up, it becomes more intense, or the action happened repeatedly. That's one of the meanings. So that's number two. What about the third group? So now the third group that we see, group three, is on the pattern of fa'ala. Yeah, fa'ala. So here he's got the increase of what? Of the alif mad after the first letter. Yeah. Fa'ala. Present tense is yufa'ilu. And there's two masters. There's fi'al and mufa'alatan. Yeah. So there's two masters that you can have. So what is the meaning of this type of verb? Is what? Doing something with someone else. So, for example, we'd say راسل يراسل راسل مراسلة. Yeah, and that means what? Is to converse with one another. Yeah, راسل. Yeah, or correspond with one another, exchange correspondence. Yeah. So he's doing something with someone else. Also trying to do something. حاول. Yeah. So we give example. Jalasa, jalasa, to sit with someone else. It can also mean to try to do something in a verb. So they are the two meanings of the third group. فَعَلَ. Next one is what? And this is the fourth group, so it's got the Roman numerals. It's the IV. And this is what? This is with the Hamza at the beginning, the extra Hamza at the beginning. So it's what? أفعل. يفعل. إفعال is the master. Yeah. So what is the meaning of this verb? For is what? Is carry action to something, someone or something else. So it's mutaaddi. So it makes a verb that was normally lazim, which means it didn't have a receiver of the action. For example, we give kharaja. Kharaja al-mudarrisu min al-fasli. The teacher left the classroom. Is there something receiving the action? No. So we take kharaja and we add the extra hamza at the beginning of this pattern and we make it akhraja. It means to take out or to kick out or to extract. أخرج المدرس الطالب من الفصل. So he kicked out or took out the student from the classroom. أخرج يخرج أخرج إخراجا. So that is the fourth group. What about the fifth group? Is just a V. Here we see there's two additional letters. So the ta at the beginning and the ain in the middle is doubled up. The extra ain. تفعل. So what does the fifth pattern mean? The meaning is of performing action by yourself. Yeah. So allama is to teach, as we mentioned previously, allama, the fa'ala pattern. But to learn, you would say ta'allama. So ta'allamtu al-injiliziyata. I learn English by myself, or you learn it. I am learning. Yeah. I'm studying, I'm learning. تعلم. تعلمت اللغة العربية. أتعلم. فبتعلم يتعلم. تعلم. تعلم. Yeah. So أنا أتعلم اللغة العربية. I'm learning Arabic language. Yeah. So that is that meaning. So that was the, what do we say? It was the fifth. Now we go on to the sixth, which is sorry, you're reading that way is VI. So it's tafa'ala. Here again, we've got addition of what? The ta, and then the addition of the, let's see, why is it not highlighting? So the ta is additional, and so is the mad after the fa. Yeah, tafa, ta mad. So alif mad there, and then also the ta. So these are the two additions to the fa'ala. So tafa'ala, there's a meaning doing something together or as a group. Again, similar to where we said similar to the group of fa'ala, the third group, try and do something with two people. But here is doing something together or as a group or connected to a state. Sa'awana to help, but ta'awana, ta'awun ala birri wa taqwa wa la ta'awun ala ismi wal udwan. We see that in the Quran. To help one another upon righteousness and do not help on piety and to not help one another in sin and transgression. So awana to help becomes what? Ta'awana, help one another. That's one of the meanings. What's another meaning? Showing the opposite of reality. Meaning it's like pretending, faking. For example, marida yamradu means to become sick. But in tamarada, it means to pretend to be sick. Yeah. Tanawama means to pretend to be asleep. Tabak, tabaka is to pretend to cry. Baka yabki is what? Um, to cry. So pretending to cry is tabaka. So that is the meaning of this 4, 5, 6. Yeah, number 6. What about number 7? Number 7 is infa'ala. So we got addition of the hamza at the beginning, hamza tawassul with the kasra, and the noon. So these two, infa'ala. So these infa'ala. So the in at the beginning is the addition. So a passive meaning that it doesn't have a meaning of doing an action on something else. So the action was done by itself. So kasara, he broke. يكسر. Yeah. انكسر, it was broken by itself. So انكسر ينكسر انكسارا. That's how we do the masdar and the tasrif of that verb. So انكسر الكوب. So the object will remain marfu with the dhamma. So the cup broke. Who broke it? We don't know. Yeah. So that was that group. So that was we've done number 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we go on to group 8 here, which is represented by this number that you'll see in the dictionaries and books. And that is on the pattern of ifta'ala. So here we got the addition of the hamza at the beginning of the tawassal, and we got the addition of the ta. So ifta'ala. So it doesn't require a direct object. So meaning is what? Is doesn't require a maful bihi. A maful bihi. Yeah, you're actually right. So maf'ulun maf'ulun bihi. It doesn't require a maf'ulun bihi. It doesn't require. Also passive meaning. So it's lazim. It's a fi'l lazim as we come across. So it's not muta'addi. It's a fi'l lazim. Yeah. So for example, jama'a means to gather something. Jama'a mal. Or jama'a al-mal. He gathered wealth. He gathered maybe people. Jama'a al-nas. Nasa. But ijtama'a, as we see here, it's on that pattern. Ijtama'a here to meet, to assemble. Ijtama'a al-nasu. So they gathered. Yeah. So here is ijtama'a yajtami'u ijtima' is to meet. So here that is that group. Then we have number 9, which is if Allah. So here we see the Hamza again at the beginning, Hamza al-Wasl, the Kasra, and the Lam being developed at this time. Yeah. And we this is usually for what? Colors and defects. So we got colors and for defects. For example, someone's limp, someone's cross-eyed, all the defects. So they will use this pattern. So here we got ihmarra to become red. Ihmarra wajhuhu. Yeah. Ihmarra wajhu means his face become ihmarra ihmaru ihmiraran. And the final group we got is what? Is istaf'ala. Yeah. So here this has the ist. And group 10 is the ist. So is it ist at the beginning. So this is to seek to ask something, or I can consider us some things to be something. So I consider him good. Istahsana, to consider someone good. Yeah. Ista'dhana, to seek permission. So both of them. So ista'dhana yasta'dinu istidhanan. So with that, inshallah, we finished. And I hope that is of benefit. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.